Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are discussing weekly adventures, European Shard. This one is already done, and now we are discussing Embrace the Current and Afterimage and Blind Rage. So, for Embrace the Current, this is the special rule that only affects player. It doesn't ever affect opponent. Always should be happy about this one. We wanna get something that has a lot of draws, or something that creates one card from another card. Usually it is Nami that creates one spell of another spell, Master Yi that can cycle to infinity to win as soon as he's on the board, so we can get like Crown Guard Inheritance, full build, maybe Cheating by the Stars, maybe Echoing Spirit. Maybe Chameleon's Necklace is just enough spell shield as your level 25 upgrade, maybe just a common Overwhelm. Either way, it's really easy to go infinite on Master Yi. Lee Sin, a fairly weak champion, but you know, sometimes you just wanna walk him out and he belongs to just up to 3 special rules right now. Sometimes you just need to use weaker champions, and speaking of monthly challenges, if you see Embrace the Current, which is pretty easy by default, might wanna use Lee Sin. Jack, same thing, and he doesn't really belong to many special rules, and this one is interesting on him if you have him at 3 stars. I am kinda missing Varus on this one. He creates a lot of spells. If you have the meta game, meta build, Varus build, then you can probably just play any special rule using Varus, he's alright. Other than that, well, you might wanna cut Furious Wilder. It's a strong spell, but for some reason Varus is more of a caster and he is lacking equipment in his normal adventure runs. And yeah, cutting Furious Wilder if you have Embraced the Current might actually do the thing. But, well, that's just a recommendation, like I myself prefer to keep it and trying to look for equipment so we can play every spell in his deck. Eka, you're spamming a lot of predictions. Garen has single combat every round. Nar has that stun spell every round. Luxi has barrier every round. Warwick, Bloodhound. Victor, if you manage to get Victor as soon as possible, like you can have Blind or -2 mana cost if you have him at 4 stars. You're spamming spell every round. Why? She has a lot of spells, a lot of draw. Ornn. This is a tricky one. You're supposed to play a creature round 1, do a forge for free. So you will have that 1 spell mana. Round 2 you forge again, and now you have 5 mana in total, 3 and 2 spell mana, and you can play Bone Club, just round 2. And from that you are controlling the board with Challenger, Regeneration, and you're pretty much unstoppable. Only kill spells can kill you. Speed Blossom Ari, a lot of spells, and can cycle that +1/+1 to ephemerals. Spirit Blossom Kindred, she does spells too. Echoing Spirit, pretty much self-explanatory. Next, this one is Afterimage and Blind Rage. Into Afterimage. What is Afterimage? Round start. The 4 summons ephemeral copy of the strongest dead follower. That follower might have died on enemy part of the board or on our part of the board, and enemy is summoning the strongest one throughout the game. So it's much stronger than Sovereign Determination, the Vega's special power. I usually explain this through iterative enhancements, the turret special rule. So at like turn 8 or turn 9, enemy summons 8/8 turret, non-ephemeral one. And if we kill that 8/8 turret, Then on the very next round, if enemy has Afterimage and iterative enhancements, then enemy will summon 8/8 non-ephemeral 1 and also 8/8 ephemeral 1. And that's a lot of stuff. In TLDR, what does this Afterimage do and what are we playing around? This is like a non-linear way where enemy scales. He always have extra attacker when he has attack token and extra blocker when we are attacking him. So it's a bit harder to do the cheap damage through units. And this is one of the things that you need to like keep in your mind. It's a bit tougher to just kill enemy on the board. Usually I recommend Kaisa into this one because, well, you have Evolve, and Evolve is player specific. If you triggered Evolve, enemy will not have the Evolve triggered, even if the unit that is reviving is your evolved unit. And also at 2 stars and 5 stars you have +2/+2 and +4/+4. So this is your star power, enemy will not have that. Vayne Atrox. Extremely strong S- tier champions at 160 fragments invested. You didn't really need much, and they are having a lot of stats from equipment and armed to the teeth 4 stars upgrade. So once again, enemy will summon your creature, but he is lacking more than half of stats. Caitlyn and Lilia are in the list, since they are one of the best Aching Spirit users. This is pretty much like an example. Caitlyn doesn't really need to go through enemy stats. You're killing enemy through flash bombs and through just striking. Lilia scales to infinity using Aching Spirit, Stalker's Blade and Guardian Orb. That's about it. LeBlanc, Echo, you're usually using up to 2 Stalker's Blades, so LeBlanc can easily go to infinite, and Echo just has more units to strike, more units to sacrifice Echo to summon another Echo from your hand, stronger Echo. Aching Spirit, you're willing to use champions, and champions will not be revived, since Afterimage revives only followers. Also the guardians. Once again, you're playing champions, and they have double stats, really good. Free to play Epic Relic into this special rule. Next is Makes Sense 1, Ambeson. So you are getting like player specific buffs, kind of permanent buffs. Enemy will not get that. Kind pseudo permanent buffs that will go away once you die, and you're scaling off extra enemies pretty much. Kill away. Tentacle might be 200, but enemy will just get 1/1 tentacle after all. Anivia. Once again, pseudo permanent, pseudo non-permanent buffs. You're getting a lot of value, but enemy will not get any of those buffs from your 2 stars. You have stun enemy every round, and you're killing enemy through skills, through extra damage. So if you feel like you can just use spells to kill enemy, sure, why not? You can play Grand General's Counterplan against extremely tough enemies. You can just rush enemy down using spells or skills, and you can trade, since you're getting a lot of benefit to your skills and spells, damage-wise, and enemy is getting none of that. Elder Dragon. Pretty easy to kill enemy, since level 2 Elder Dragon has Unstoppable. He cannot be blocked. You do not even need Overwhelm, and his deck is pretty much like he is trading 1 for 2. And Dragon Boons, they are not getting to enemy. Lee Sin. Pretty easy to kill enemy, to finish him with Lee Sin, and you're getting the +8/+8 buff from his 3 stars that enemy just cannot get. They are until the end of the round. It's also pretty pretty hard to trade badly if you're getting the +8/+8 from your 3 stars, +0/+3 or +0/+6 from Twin Discipline. You might wanna plan the combo kill, just a 1-turn kill. Hymn Follower, pretty much the same. These are the two generic champions for this relic. Makes sense too. So you have Barrier on Luxie, you're not really trading that much. You're not sacrificing units. Nasus and Thresh, so if enemy has extra units, you're getting extra stuff, extra stats. Shyvana, another unit to strike, so even more buffs to your dragons. Yasuo and Volibear, in this case, well, even more units to strike, even more stuff to scale. If you're playing something that is under-leveled, not 3 stars, you might consider the risks, such as you do not want enemy to be getting your husks, your hallowed unit from Gwen. Viega can give enemy mists. Mordekaiser is always constantly trading your units, so you might give enemy deathless units. Spirit Blossom Kindred, you're giving enemy the Beast, which is a like 7/7 unit. Ornn and Jax, so do not give enemy your improvising units, because units are ephemeral, but equipment is not. So equipment will be there kept forever. Blind Rage is a special rule that our units cannot really block at just even minimum amount of power. And into that, I generally speaking recommend something that can stun enemies during his attack. And the best in slot would be any champion that can use Tempest Blade. This way, this is why I completed this one with Evelynn. I would also recommend trying Yasuo, of course. I mean, what might he not complete, right? You can try to have fun using Warwick with a Tempest Blade, like a tactical thing to summon, tactical thing to stun enemies with. And honestly, just any champion you feel like using Tempest Blade on. Ideally, you want to stun enemies during his second attack. Nidalee is another great option. Lilia can stop enemies with spells. LeBlanc is just really strong, or you might wanna try to heal up. So Kai'Sa is alright, Kayn is alright. Gwen is able to heal up, but if you're not at 3 stars, if you do not have at least 2 rare relics, she's kinda weak. She scales multiplicatively with all the power that she got, that she gains. So ideally you want Crown Guard Inheritance and Lydia's Tempest to heal up even more, ideally, in 3 stars. So this way you will heal up, and due to this one, you might also block consistently. I guess this will be it for Non-Nightmares weekly review for this week. See you in the next video.